Welcome to a new month. It's August 1st. We're going to be talking about the solar storm being pressurized around our planet. We're also going to be talking about all of the active sunspots. And of course, we are in August, Leo season, so Leo is going to be reigning for the rest of the month. Our sun is peppered with active sunspot regions right now. So within the past 24 to 48 hours, we have had multiple high-powered M-class flares erupting from the surface of our sun. We have 13 sunspot regions on our sun. 8 out of 13 are very active and highly magnetically complex. We'll be taking a look at a couple of these. We're going to look at this large cluster right here. This poses a problem. We're also going to take a look at 3768. This region gave us 2 high-powered M-class flares and several radio blackouts within the past 24 hours. We're also going to take a look at 3772 and 3774, also posing a risk. So very active sun. Don't know what it's going to do. Excited though to find out, because our sun is just exploding with all of these solar flares. Yesterday, today, the next day, the whole coming of the week. This is region 3738. This produced 2 of those M-class flares, which are still being analyzed if they have any Earth-directed components, but it is heading off of the western limb of the sun, so there may be a chance that we have some sort of glancing blow, but since of the far side location of it, probably not. It has went up in size, but we are going to say goodbye to this region. Notice the proton level is at a 10%, giving us a little bit of a chance of slipping into those solar radiation storms. Same X-class flare level, we have a higher percentage of having that from here. Actually, all 8 of these active sunspot regions have a very high chance of having an X-class flare, which is the strongest solar flare that you can have. Now let's look at this cluster, because this cluster is 4 different regions all meshing together, and we have high levels of protons in a lot of these regions, high level X-class flare as well. Also highly magnetically complex, being in beta, delta, and gamma as well. The size staying about the same number of sunspots, but still very active. And really, we have to watch the big cluster. Like I said, both of these regions have a high probability of having a solar radiation storm due to the proton level, high activity probability of having an X-class flare from the whole cluster right here in the middle of the sun, which is right over here. But let's take a look at the eastern side, because we're going to have a long duration with a lot of these sunspot groups, and these are really active. We're going to start with 3772. Now, this region has grown in its complexity. It has just grown overnight. It is highly magnetically complex, much like the other ones, with a percentage of having an X-class flare. This also threw us that M6.0 solar flare. This one is what we really want to look out for. This is 3774. This gave us that X14 solar flare, which is the largest solar flare that we have had in solar cycle 25. It erupted on the opposite side of the sun, but it was still powerful enough to wrap itself right back around into our Parker spiral, and we were affected with a solar radiation storm. Now, this is in beta and gamma range. It is growing in size right now. Proton levels not very high, but the X-class flare level probability still there. The majority of those solar flares sent us into type 2 and type 4 radio blackouts, which is where we currently reside right here. So the absorption level right over the Americas. Our electron flux may see an increase from a lot of these coronal mass ejection related effects, especially around August the 2nd and August the 3rd. We've had a lot of pressure build up around our planet around the past 24 hours. We reach between 450 kilometers per second with our solar wind speeds before we gradually decrease. So we did see an influx of our solar wind speeds reaching up into those active G1 minor geomagnetic storm levels, although it was creating quite a bit of pressure around our planet. As you can see, there's a gradual decrease within our solar wind speeds. We are now ranging around 400 kilometers per second. This is the 3-day geomagnetic forecast. Today, we're going to be staying in those minor geomagnetic 1 levels up here, up into those KP5 winds. So we may see ourselves going back up into those 500 kilometer per second ranges before we dip right back down. Our solar wind speeds are going to remain enhanced today on August 1st before they wane down on the 2nd and into the 3rd. But our geomagnetic storms can always change and flip up within 24 hours. basically due to the high number of magnetically complex sunspots that are present on our sun right now. We also have quite a bit of these filaments, these white squiggly lines, which means that they are ready to lift off at any moment notice. So whenever we have more complex regions and a lot of things are erupting from them, we can also see these filaments lift off and cause those geomagnetic storms. Now also we have a small coronal hole right on top of the northern hemisphere of our sun. This will connect our planet up into the sun, creating those steady streams. However, due to the high latitude position of this coronal hole, it's not going to be as intense. But again, we are surrounded by all of these large active regions surrounding the filaments. So this is a brand new month. This is a brand new vibe. This is brand new lessons. And we have that Leo energy that is going to be backing us up during the whole duration. So the whole month, we're going to be rebuilding ourselves, yet again, stepping into our most true, authentic version of us, embracing that weirdo, because why not? There's going to be a really big excitement basically building for the rest of the month because we're looking towards our future plans. We're stepping into it. We're becoming more confident in who we are and what that plan entails, and everything that's going to get us there is going to just lay out in front of us. You have to be conscious enough and aware though to see it. Ushering in this new month of August is going to be our Cancer moon energy. This is what we are going to be in first before our moon slips into that Leo energy. You'll be experiencing some old memories resurfacing, some flashbacks, those old fears and narratives that are going to present itself. But these are things that you have already healed. So yet again, building up your confidence. This is a reminder of things that you have already let go, the narrative that you no longer are attached to, all of those fears, the whole anger, those lower three chakras that you may have been in, you have let those go. You have built yourself up tremendously within the past month. So it's like a congratulations. It's a reminder, yet again, that these are just going to come up today, and that's okay. Just observe them. Make sure you're not reacting to them in any sort of way, and then work towards the future goal. And remember, we are building towards the Lionsgate portal, which will reach its peak on August the 8th. It closes on the 12th, but there is no pressure. Remember, there is no pressure to take action right now. We're just allowing ourselves in this present moment to step into that new role, to step into that new vision that we are seeing. And that's what we're building up. We're going to commit to take the action here in the next coming of days. There's a buildup of energy that is allowing you now to commit to taking that action here in the near future. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling with the energy today. Hello, August. Hello, Leo. Let's go. Whose birthday is in August? Enjoy the lower energy today. Watch as a lot of these flashbacks arise a little bit, and just be confident and happy with yourself. Do something that makes you smile today. Love ya.